There are people in Asia living in coffin-sized apartments. Insane. They cannot stand up in the space. They can't stretch their legs fully. Okay, they're stacked up as like if you were to stack up crates or blocks, if you will. And there's like shared bathroom. It is the most craziest thing. Hey you guys, it is Kelly, one half of Kelly and Toya, and your favorite Atlanta and Miami realtor. It is March 15th. I cannot believe that it's March 15th already. But we're literally almost done with the first quarter. Not quite, but almost done with the first quarter. So, you guys, I do not have a weekly vlog this week. If you saw my previous video, you guys know that it was just a eventful or just a trying time, a lot going on, and I was just not in the headspace really to give you guys a full weekly vlog, but I wanted to record something for you guys. And one of the things that's been holding my attention is what has been happening around the world post January 20th and all of the things, right? Guys, if y'all see me looking, I took me a really hot bath tonight. I actually just got out. I promise you guys, this is when I love my hair the most. I love what the humidity of the steam or the hot water does to my hair. I just love like spongy fullness that it gives me, if you will. And I don't know, I got my hair done last week. Again, I never like my hair when it is freshly retied. While I appreciate keeping the maintenance of it and making sure that things are going as planned, I like my hair when it looks old like this. I pay for my grid. Don't pay for my grid, you all. Don't get it twisted, right? So I want my grid to remain, but as time goes by, which is totally random, time goes by, I'm just not overly obsessed with that anymore. I am just more focused on the health of my hair, maintaining my hair, so that when I am traveling the world, continue to travel the world, I can do so without worrying about my hair. That's the goal. So like I said, I'm having a glass of wine tonight. I am sipping on Taylor Tawny Port tonight. This wine is 18%. I needed something a little bit stronger. I'll post a picture for you guys. You guys know my favorite wine is Roscato Sweet Red. That's only, I think, 8%. 8% not gonna do it tonight. Okay? Yeah. Port it is. Glorilla girl. I'm on your team tonight. Okay? That song just came to my mind. I guess I'll talk about that as well. Lord, what is her name? Hold on. I was watching Jessie Woo. You guys know, or you guys probably don't know, but I love Jessie Woo. Jessie Woo is Haitian like I am. She's from Miami like I am. She is Canadian born, but Miami raised, Haitian, I think Canadian born. She spent some time at Canada. Yeah, she is Canadian born. I have friends that literally grew up with her. While I did not know her when I was a kid, obviously I think I am older than Jessie Woo. Because my friends that know her, I'm about 6 years older than them. So she follows behind me. So I would have been in high school. She would have been in junior high. So anyway, I love watching her for all of the reasons that I stated. She's a fellow Haitian. She's proud, a proud Caribbean woman like myself. She's from Florida. She's from Miami. We rep 305. The end of us, right? She always have like interesting topics. Like I'm an Aquarius. I think Jessie Woo is a Leo, if I'm not mistaken. So, and my youngest son is a Leo. So we don't always see eye to eye. While I enjoy watching her, we don't always see eye to eye. But I definitely respect her point of view on about 99% of the things that I watch. And I don't give a whole lot of this energy when it comes to different people, but I just love her, and I love her relationship with her significant other, her boyfriend. And I can't wait to see them get married, y'all. I can't wait to see the little nephews and nieces running around. because I love her. But anyway, I'm just so happy for her, you guys. I just want to put that out there. So anyway, one of the things that I wanted to talk about that she mentioned on her show that I had not seen it come across my timeline yet. But again, I am a childhood, longtime fan of En Vogue. I remember the days where my cousins and I would be in the mirror with the hairbrush talking about hold on to your love. All of the things, right? And it's just a big part of my childhood. That era was absolutely everything. And I think the last thing I heard about them was a documentary. I was watching a documentary about Luther Vandross, another love of my life, right? Absolutely love him. Honey, when I'm feeling down, like right now, with this one, I would probably be listening to Luther, Pebbles, Anita, Regina Belle, Patty, all of those people, right? But anyway, getting off track. So I had not heard anything about En Vogue for a while, right? And the last thing that I heard about them, I was doing some searching and I landed on a documentary on Luther Vandross. So, of course, I love Luther. Could do no wrong in my eyes. Could not have done any wrong in my eyes, right? And one of the things that stood out in that documentary was them talking about how he was quite the diva, the musical genius. So we can expect some of the dominating, controlling, if you will, personality that type of thing comes with that sort of individual, right? In my opinion, because perfectionists typically are like that. But I was not totally happy to hear that he gave En Vogue them a really hard time. I think it was En Vogue. Like costumes couldn't conflict with what he had going on and all of the things. But other than that, I don't really hear too much about them. And that's the point that I'm trying to make. So with that being said, watching Jessie Woo tonight, she talks about Dawn Robinson. Totally forgot her name. I'm not good with names, you guys, but I never forget a face. And she shared a video that was very shocking to me. She talked about how Dawn, who is now 58 years old, you guys, and hold on. Oh no. Oh no. Well, this varies, you guys. So I was trying to figure out what her net worth was. Well, Dawn is 58 years old. Okay. And according to my Google search, so the celebrity net worth is saying she's worth around $10,000. And, hold on. I saw something that was much more favorable. Here we go. Live TPG says that she's estimated to be worth around $500,000. So we're hoping that it's more of that, you know, because again, a absolute talented group of ladies, and they should definitely be worth a lot more than $10,000 to this day, especially since they have music that my children were probably playing, you know. So anyway, shocking news was that she was currently living in her car and had been doing so for 3 years. And she's happy doing so. It's a decision that she made for herself. She is relearning herself, she says. She's growing. She's happy. And this is just a phase that she feels that she needs to go through, right? Now, while I don't necessarily understand that, okay, I respect it. I feel like even with myself, what you guys have been witnessing and what I'm trying to be more open about sharing with you guys is the evolving, you know, the evolution that I am currently going through. And it is, sometimes you do feel that way. You know what I'm saying? You just want to cut out all the distractions. You want to get to a place in your life where you clearly hear what God is saying to you. You clearly understand the path and the next steps and the next chapter that God has in store for you, right? And a lot of the times we get so caught up in everyday life and things that are going around us, and the material things and the fun and the drinking, and I'm drinking right now, don't judge me. And I'm just saying all of these things that take up our day-to-day lives and become what we're normally accustomed to doing, or becomes routine for us, if you will. We just sometimes don't, or some people just miss out on that. But I feel that if you have been working on yourself, and self-discovery and self-mastery is important to you, I think that we all, especially women, will go through some type of change in that form, in some type of change like that in our lives, right? In your life or in our lives, whatever. And for her at this moment, that just looks like, her living in her car. And again, I have always been, homelessness has always been a huge fear of mine. I was a single mom for a long time, and while I won't, I won't say that I had it hard, because I didn't, but as a single mom raising two boys and not having a family system or unit that you can truly depend on, and it's just you and your children, fathers, you don't, sometimes people can be hot and cold. Luckily, throughout the hot and cold, we were always able to co-parent, and we made it across the finish line, right? If you will, because my kids are now both of adult age. So I'm extremely grateful for that. I don't ever want to not give thanks for that, because I know that not everyone was as blessed. I don't know if that's the word to use, you guys. Please do not take offense to that, because it was not always peaches and creams. I went through it as well, but at the end, I think that what I'm saying is I was lucky where the kids, my sons, were most important. We were able to, at the end, put our emotions and feelings aside and put their best interests first, to the best of our abilities, right? So with that being said, when you're working, and before I started my journey to entrepreneurship, or my journey in entrepreneurship, it was just my job and the help from my kid's dad. So I would always have that fear in the back of my mind, like, if they stop helping, or if I lose my job, what does that mean for me and my kids, right? So to hear her just embrace that, and again, it could be because she's 11 years older than me. Our kids, if she has children, her children, I'm sure, are probably of age as well. Let me see, because it does seem like she was married at some point. And it doesn't say anything about children other than that she was married for some time. And of course, the fact that she's living in her car. So to hear that, I'm like, wow, things are really changing, because apparently there's a whole community about this sort of thing. I think it's called Living in My Car or something like that. And it's just interesting. I am at a point in my life, you guys, where I'm just not that younger version of Kelly, right? Before, I could have just been very opinionated on things that I did not understand. And I'm choosing to just be different now, because I realize that we all have different walks in this life. We all are on a different journey. What looks good to me and fits me may not look good to someone else and fit them, right? And we all have an obligation to just be our best selves, live our true, and be our authentic selves, right? And a lot of the times that might mean just cutting everybody off. Cutting everybody off. Cutting everything off. Cutting off all the distractions so that you can truly focus on yourself. And so when that begins to happen, again, I can say that even for myself, because if you guys have followed me, you probably say, Kelly like nice things, and Kelly this, and Kelly that, or whatever. But if you, if I'm being honest, when I was younger, and even now, people, I get that, oh, she bougie, she this, she that. I'm particular. I don't like the word bougie. I'm particular. But I love everyone and everything, almost everything. Like, honey, you can have me on a crate. Watch, I don't play cards because I forgot how to play them. But I am never too bougie for a good old neighborhood card game and some fish being fried and some wine coolers. Please do not count me out. So that's why I say I don't like that term bougie, because I feel like bougie people would never do that, right? But anyway, what I'm trying to say is those things, like, don't ever put someone in a box and think that they'll never evolve or change from that person. Like, life for me today, as far as what is important, is completely different. It looks completely different from what that was 5 years ago, right? So we have to be able to give each other grace in that aspect, right? And understand that we're all on a journey. We're all growing. We're all evolving. We're all learning. We're all on this earth trying to do our best with what we're given, period. And we have to allow each other to just be. And I'm kind of glad that was, Jessie Woo's take on it and her friend's take on it. And it also made me look at that situation in that same way, right? I'm a little bit under the weather, so my lips are getting a little chapped. But I can't find my lip gloss. I thought I had some in here. But apparently not. So, yeah. So that's one of the things that came about today. And like I said, didn't cross my page, but one of the things that has been just on my mind is, women that are in my age group, us just evolving, if you're not surrounded by the right individuals, that can be a scary process to go through alone. And seeing her in that situation, I got a feeling that might be, just what's going on. We're talking about a beautiful woman, extremely talented, and that's a choice that she made. But we can't look at, because she's this beautiful, extremely talented woman, she can't be living in her car. If that's what she feels that she needs to do at this moment for herself, or whatever the reasons are, we have to allow her the grace to do so, right? All right, so the next thing that I want to talk about is, so if you guys didn't know, I am a retired federal employee. I did 20 years and about 4 months with the federal government. So seeing what is happening today and actually having people that are close to me be affected by it in one way or another, is very hard to even believe that it's happening. There was a time in life where, actually not that long ago, I retired 2 years ago. 2 years ago, never. Last year, never would you have heard talks of give me a reason to terminate you and you're terminated in the federal government. Like, I'm not going to say, I don't want to put it as if you can just do whatever, but we all know coming up and, getting a job, if you was with the federal government, you were pretty safe, right? As long as you did what you needed to do. I left my career, retired from my career without a single write-up, never been suspended, any of those things, right? There's a fine, or there's clear instructions and directions and all of the things for you to follow. If you follow them, you're pretty much fine. And for these people now to have to pretty much explain what they did on their job and why should they, how are they an asset to whatever agency that they may be working for, I think to me it's just crazy work. It's it kind of feels like we're living in a different time zone or life right now. It doesn't feel real at all. Everybody is I feel like everyone is operating on a heightened sense of just discomfort, maybe is the word I'm looking for. Like everybody's just like, we don't know what's going to happen next. That is uncomfortable. That is uncomfortable because if you're not, an entrepreneur or, a investor, own multiple pieces of property, you're just kind of just like dangling out there, even those that are in the private sector, right? So it is just insane what's happening today. People are destroying Teslas all over the world. People are just so angry at what this at what this guy is doing to the American people, and how so many people have been affected, and a lot of people who, there's a lot of people who are now regretting who they voted for. Like they messed around or they effed around and now they finding out. Unfortunately, this is not one of those, how we told you so, because guess what? We're all affected by it. We're all affected, but we are tired. Yeah. We're tired. Honey, I'm tired. Y'all see me at the park last video? That's me now. That's me now. I used to be, just doing all of this and all of this. And honey, I'm at the park with my dog. I'm at the park with my fur baby. I'm getting me some vitamin D. I'm taking me a walk. Come back in the house, cook some dinner. It's a wrap. That's just what it is, because we literally try to tell y'all this is what we would be. You get what I'm saying? And yeah. But anyway, I would strongly suggest that, it's time that we take care of one another, right? It's time to start, we've already been doing so, but group investing. If you're not ready to buy a house by yourself, honey, buy a house with your sister and your cousin, with your best friend, with your neighbor, if you have to. Y'all close enough. And all you have to make sure is that you have an attorney. Draw all the paperwork up. Okay, everything is in black and white. This percentage is yours, that percentage is yours. What's going to be the shared costs, all of the things. There's just no reason for you guys to not be doing that, and myself included. I am working so hard, you guys. You guys just don't know. It literally keeps me up at night. It literally keeps me up at night, because this election has taught me that our lives is not yours. Your life is not yours. My life is not mine if I'm clocking in for somebody, if I'm waiting on somebody, if I'm depending on someone else to give me a paycheck. It's time to get out there and create your own paycheck. You can get a paycheck from a 9 to 5. I'm not saying don't. I'm not saying don't. But look how easy it is for someone to just take your pay away. That got to speak volumes. In this video, I feel like it's all over the place. But I wanted to come on here and just talk to you guys about the things that's been on my mind, bothering me. And that I've been trying to work through to better myself, for me and mine. And I want you guys to do the same thing for you and yours. Okay. I hope in the near future to have some sort of programs where we can group invest. You know what I mean? I'm working on those things as well. Trying to find those investors that are looking for smaller, investors where we can go in with them. So please stay tuned for that. I'm working hard on that, you guys. I do know that there's an app called Fundrise. If you guys are interested in that, I think it's FUNDRISE, I believe it is, where you can group invest in that, and it's mostly real estate or all real estate. But yeah, you guys, let's get it done. Let's get it done. Okay, and let's stop. Bring me on to my next point of what I saw on or while watching Jessie Woo. I caught the recorded version of her live for tonight, and it was Kim K. Y'all love that Skims. Posing with a Tesla robot when this man just did a whole salute. Y'all know what type on national TV and hit it with all his might. He did. And please don't say that's not what it was, because that's exactly what it was. Okay. And the fact that she still team him and his products, I don't give a damn if she under contract or not. Get out of it somehow. Y'all crazy as hell to not cancel her out. Crazy as hell. No, I never was a fan. Not to say dislike, I don't know how to dislike her, but she's a culture vulture, in my opinion. Her and her family, and they want the swag and the all other things, the cool things that we have, but they don't want the headache that come with it. And I got a problem with that, because you having interracial children, you should feel away. But one thing about it, they will always show you who and what they really are. So pay attention. Okay? That's all I'm gonna say on that. I feel a way about that. I feel a way about that, because we go so hard for these people that don't look like us. And even after they do things like that, y'all still be riding. Y'all be riding for them. Y'all be riding for them. But y'all give y'all sisters a hard time. We gotta get it right. We can't make no mistakes. We can't misspeak. We can't misstep. We can't misdress. We can't like, name it. Okay, we can't do it. But they get away with pure, you know what? Insane. I guess it's turning into a rant video. I didn't want to be on here ranting, but yapping, but it's turning into yapping and ranting. Yeah, yapping is turning into yapping and ranting and yapping. Perhaps the wine is kicking in. So you guys, that's pretty much all I have. This video is already 30 minutes long. I'm probably going to chop it down to something smaller than that. I do, again, want to apologize for not having a weekly vlog, but I wanted to put something out so I can have something to post for tomorrow, so that the algorithm can see, okay, she's been consistent with her Sunday post thing. Let's push her out more, right? So if you guys have watched it this far, please like, share, and subscribe if you have not already done so. Tell a friend what's going on over here. As you guys will see, I do have a lot to say, but I don't feel like I didn't prepare for that video. And I am considering doing the Love and Marriage podcast again, but I am trying to figure out how am I going to format that. And obviously we're going to talk, we'll mostly talk about love and marriage, but we'll talk about current events, what's happening around the world and those sort of things. I do want to do some reaction videos as well. Not on YouTubers, you guys, just on stuff that's happening around the world. I'll give an example on what I mean. I was watching a YouTube video the other day, and there are people in Asia living in coffin-sized apartments. Insane. They cannot stand up in the space. They cannot lay down fully. They can't stretch their legs fully. Okay, they're stacked up as like if you were to stack up crates or blocks, if you will. And there's like shared bathroom. It is the most craziest thing. If you've ever seen a chicken truck on the expressway. You know how they have like all these little cages with chickens in it? That's what it looks like. There's humans, you guys, human beings living this way in 2025 in this world, living that way today. So those are the things that I want to do a reaction on. I don't even know if that's called a reaction video, but I do want to talk more about those type of things because I feel like one of the things that we are notorious for doing is traveling somewhere without understanding the history of that location. What are the people living like? I think it's important, you guys, for us to spend our money where people are being treated well, at the bare minimum, as human beings, y'all. So again, I'm not gonna get into that. I'm about to close this video out. You guys, thank you so much for watching. Comment down below. Let me know if there's something that you would be interested in seeing. It literally brought me to tears. I have not been able to get it out of my mind. I can't believe it. And the rent runs around $100 and something to up to, I think I saw $500 a month, something like that. And of course, the $500 a month, you get a little bit more space. But again, we're not talking about a studio size apartment. We're talking about a quarter of a studio, not even a closet, because you could at least hang your clothes up in a closet. Insane. So anyway, if you guys want me to talk more about that and do those type of videos, that's something that you're interested in, let me know down below. And I hope that I didn't bore you guys too much with this rant / yapping video. And I promise Monday I'm picking up this camera and I'm going to be very intentional. Excuse me. Monday I'm picking up this camera and I'm going to be very intentional about vlogging for you guys the upcoming week. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.